How does it feel to get back into the semifinals after a very, very long time?
Well, I didn't count the years, but yeah, if I look back, for sure, it was very long time ago. So it is great.
She's taken a couple of times this season. What did you adjust after losing?
I mean, she's been playing great this year. I have not been. I knew going into the match. I knew in like Sydney, it was not my best day, and Australia played even worse. So I basically didn't play. Not taking credit, she was very aggressive. She did good, but comparing to my normal level, so I knew this court suits me a little better, and I knew I will be more fresh and I'll play better. So it worked, the tactics and everything.
What is it about here that suits you? You've been a finalist here twice and done generally pretty well here.
Well, overall, I think I did good in many tournaments. You know, I can say that other tournaments don't suit me, but here the bounce of the ball is really high, and I really like it because I play with topspin.
Does it take time to realize how your game suits a certain surface?
Um, Theoretically, I always know, but when it goes up to bottom of your heart and you really believe it, it's a little bit different and it takes time.
You can go into any tournament almost and kind of win it, or you can not do very much. Do you know going in whether you're going to have a good week or not?
Uh, I knew in Australia I was not there. I don't know, maybe because the last season I gave it too much, like everything I could, and in Australia I didn't feel great. Um, and this, I had injury, and it also in some other part helped me to recover, because I was a little bit out of the gas, and I spent some time home, and I was coming here. Carlos was not like, he was not really happy with my preparation, but I said, look, I feel great, and I want to play, and I think it's more important than to prepare better. Of course, you always can prepare better. So going in here, it always depends on the draws, on the players. It's a lot of things which in between of your situation, how you feel, and here I was just feeling that I'm ready to play. I want to play. That's the most important thing.
Anastasia was in here the other day, and she was talking about how the pressure after 2009, when she made the semifinals here, was a lot. You know, with all the Russians playing well at the time, that she just didn't do well with it. That she struggled with work ethic and preparation and things. And I'm wondering, as a group of kind of Russians, and she's the youngest of all of you, did you did she ever talk to you about that, or look for advice or things like that?
No, she didn't. But you know, the thing is, we're all rivals. It's really hard from her, for example, or from me to go to another player and ask the opinion or whatever. It's really hard. Like, what should I say? You know, it's individual sport, so we're all rivals. We're friends, but we're rivals. So it's really hard. You really have need to have confidence, and also I think another part. On the other hand, when you ask somebody for opinion, it means you respect that person and you put that person above yourself, and you cannot do that, you see. So she didn't ask, but I'm happy she's getting better and better every time, because I think with her talent and possibility she can do much better than she was doing a couple of years ago.
Sveta, you've had your ups and downs through your career for various reasons, and now you're on that rise up again, and looks like you're really enjoying everything with what you're doing. If you had to compare the enjoyment that you've got now for the sport to maybe a couple of years ago, where would you say you are?
Yeah, I think I enjoy it the most now, because the thing is, when you are so young and you get to the top of the game, you don't value it so much. And when you play couple years, I was couple years, what, 20, 25 in the rankings, and then like couple, it was like 3, 4 years, and then you make it to top 10. You value so much more the effort and what you've done and what you achieved. You know, you've been there before and you got here. So I'm enjoying it much more now, because now I know the value of this.
You had that great great run to qualify for the WTA finals. Is that sort of one of the most fun accomplishments you've had with such a ride to speak?
Yeah, most surprising one for sure. Because I have not even been thinking about championships. I've been just playing, and like I'm not trying to think each week about the rankings or something. I think I should improve and enjoy and want to play. That's the most important. And then this thing happened. Like I was going to Moscow, and somebody said if you win, and like I thought it's so far from me. So I was just playing by match, and when I actually won, I'm like, oh, I'm for real going to championships. So, and then I played unbelievable matches. So I won couple of. I think I was match points down. So I think it's amazing. So you never have to give up. Always there is opportunity.
Were you re-energized by that a little bit?
Excuse me.
Were you re-energized by that a bit?
In mentally or physically? By championships. I was so dead after all this run. I couldn't even sleep. Like in championships, I barely slept. Like I was 3-4 hours sleeping a day, and I had no idea where I was at. So it took me days to recover after. But emotionally, of course, making it that run, it was huge for me.
What do you remember and what do you take from the time you've been in the finals here?
Excuse me one more time.
What do you remember from playing in the finals here, and do you take anything from that?
I played here against Hantuchova and somebody, Helena Yankovic probably, or Ivanovic. Anna? Nothing. I mean, it was so long ago. It's like, what do you take out of being in high school? I don't take anything. I just fun times. I mean, I don't even remember how it went.
So you talked about balancing, you're an older player, you have the experience, you still know you have to get out there and do the work, but balancing the preparation, you're here in doubles and singles to make sure you still have enough in the tank for the next match. Do you pull off a little bit on training because you have so much match court time? How are you?
You see, before I was just thinking about it in shower, because before when I used to play these tournaments, I used to practice hard in the days between. Now I just go on the court and I see how I feel. If I don't feel like it, I just hit couple balls, and not training 2 hours is not gonna make me play worse next day. It's maybe it will give me more energy. So I'm adjusting on my body and about my emotional statement as well. So I'm listening to myself more. I understand it's couple years left. It's not something like I gotta work for the future. My future is now, so tennis future. So that's how I do it now.
Sveta, can you just look ahead? Obviously, don't know your opponent yet, but either Muguruza or Pliskova, talk through each matchup.
Muguruza, I played in Brisbane this year. It was a really close match. It's good matchup for me. Then Pliskova, I played in championship. It also great match. Both of them, they play similar game. I mean, they play flat and pretty short rallies. Both of them extremely tough opponents, and it's both gonna be tough ones. So I'm just looking forward for that.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.